Nizam. All right, what's going on, everybody? Haven't said Nizam in a while, so I had to say it. Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast where people think they're members when they're not. And I mean, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. That's what I meant. I, the other thing, it just slipped out. It just slipped out. But we're talking about TNA Impact Wrestling for 5/24/2016. They labeled this as Mayhem because they need a tagline. They could have called it bell to bell again, but they want to change it up. They want to change it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. But let's jump right into it. We had a nice little video package to start off the show, talking about what happened last week, and then we got into a Matt Hardy promo. Um, Hardy looks like a character from Zoolander to me. There's one. Isn't there a character that has like the gold or blonde like stripe or white stripe or something? I'm pretty sure there is. Is it? It's the one that Will Ferrell plays, isn't it? Doesn't he have a? I don't know if you ever watched the movie before, but
Yeah,
um, for some reason he just looks like a Zoolander character to me, and then he even kind of sounds like one when he talks, which even just makes it even better. But I like the promo. I'm glad that they're kind of even going with this new like darker, destroyed, distraught Matt Hardy. They're still, they're still kind of changing him a little bit. They're still making changes instead of keeping him the same. I thought that was kind of cool. Any thoughts on the new and improved and Zoolander esque Matt Hardy?
first of all, I don't see anything remotely close to anything with Zoolander. I think you're crazy. Somebody been drinking the Kool-Aid a little too much. Uh, but I have to kind of go a little bit into last week because unfortunately I wasn't on last week's because emergencies came up. Blah blah blah. I'm still pissed that they revealed him so quickly, like literally the next week after the Willows started appearing. I was so mad. I wanted them to keep this Willow thing going on and kind of, even though we knew who it was, I wanted them to keep it going and kind of build it up that way and not have him just reveal himself, you know, the next week. And we don't even know who the other Willows are. That just kind of, well, I mean, we kind of do now because you were debuted tonight. But
Real quick though, real quick though. Um, I honestly didn't think it was bad. It was a bad thing because of what you just said. We didn't know. We already knew Matt Hardy was the the main Willow. I think the mystery to me was who were the other two guys, and I don't even was that the same? Were they the same guys though? Because they TNA signed a lot of people, so it doesn't necessarily mean it was the those who should not be named yet. Those guys.
it was, it was, it was them.
Did you look on Wikipedia?
No, I just know.
Um, but continue your point on last week or this week or
Yeah, I feel like they should have built it up more. And I think it would have made it even better. You know, I like it, like we said, we knew the main one was Matt Hardy, but it could have built up. Oh, you know, who are the other ones? Who are these mystery guys? Blah blah blah. Because I honestly didn't know it was supposed to be Sylvester LaFour and Marcus Louis. I knew they were signed, but I didn't know they weren't going to put them in that storyline. So I just think it could have been, have them keep, attacking Jeff, have them keep, interfering and stuff, build it up really big, and then have him reveal it right before Slammiversary. Um, but I mean, I like this too. I'm not sure I like the. It's weird having Matt do almost that weird accent. I like it, but it's just I don't know. It has to grow on me a little bit. But I definitely like it. It's definitely something completely different from anything we've seen from Matt Hardy before. We haven't seen this kind of deranged, Matt Hardy before with the crazy hair. So it's kind of, at least TNA is doing something new again.
Alrighty. So I'm just gonna stay with the promo slash video packages. I suppose we got a Mike Bennett promo. Um, just basically him and EC3 still going at it. He ended up screwing EC3. We'll get to that a little bit later. But he talks, he says some things about art, and kind of he had cut a promo in the ring too, which basically was the same promo, except he added that little art piece thing about prints and stuff. Um, any thoughts on that promo that he cut?
I understood everything until he started talking about art and Prince and Van Gogh and whatever, and I was like, what in the hell does this have to do with anything? I am so confused. Um, but I kind of like that he kind of screwed him over out of the number one contender whatever shot, because it takes him out of that picture and kind of puts him into another storyline, which they don't often do. They just kind of stop things. Sometimes they don't really segue into different new kind of storylines, and I like that they're actually doing that in this one.
Alrighty, so next we got a Maria promo talking about the future of the Knockouts division. Gail Kim would come out. She would threaten to, put the hands, lay them on Maria, not gently, but she would lay them on there. And Sienna would end up attacking from behind, and that would end up setting up a match between Sienna and Gail Kim for Gail Kim's career. I don't know if this is something that Maria's just going to do. I know Maria's main feud is with Gail Kim, and then they needed a way to get rid of Velvet Sky since she was leaving anyway. So I don't know if this is going to be something she just does all the time, or if this is kind of the climax of that portion of this feud. But I was excited for the match to see see more of Sienna. Any thoughts on Maria?
Uh, I liked it. I'm wondering what they're planning with this, with Slammiversary coming up and everything. If they're gonna have somebody, like Dixie Carter or somebody re-sign Gail Kim, and finally have that big match against Maria and Gail Kim that they've kind of been teasing, and we sort of got it, but not really. But I think that's what they're trying to build up to. You drink that water. You drink that
Hey,
water.
you would stop as soon as I start drinking some water, man. I see what you're doing, and you're trying to sabotage me, and I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna let it happen. Speaking of sabotage, not necessarily. I just wanted to make some kind of decent segue to this. Um, we had a Grado and Shara thing backstage. They were kind of giving thanks to each other. I couldn't understand a word Mahabali Shara was saying this week at all. I can't even I can't even copy it this week because I had no idea what he was saying. He said a lot of words and I had no idea what he was saying. Um, but they talk about how Grado's like he's excited for a fight, and he's got a nice equalizer this week, and he's got some lunch. He's got some lunch. He got a little turkey leg. He got the turkey leg. Um, this is just a funny little segment but between these two. Any thoughts about this?
I mean, first of all, why you carrying a turkey leg in your singlet? That just does not seem comfortable at all. And secondly, Mahabali Shera starts eating the man's turkey leg, and he doesn't even react to it. I'm like, he is eating your lunch. He didn't even ask. He just started chomping on it. I was like, come on, man.
Alrighty. I'm gonna just put this one and the next one that we had, the next segment we had. I'm just gonna put them together since they're the same, basically the kind of the same thing. The bromans, yeah. This segment was funny too. Um, Robbie's on one
Oh,
side of the fence, and Jesse's on another side of like the little fence that they had, and they were talking on the phone. And Robbie's talking about some things, trying to get them to the three-time tag team champions, and then Jesse's doing other things, and then there happens to be a guru. So they go to the gym. We could think. They go to the gym to visit the guru, and they're kind of confused on who the guru is. They're like, "Who is this guy?" I thought it was Casey at first. I was like, "Is it Casey?" Because you're looking for a guy to be the guru to get them where they need to get, and Jesse, looks behind him, and it's Raquel.
it's Justin.
It's what'd you say?
It's Justin.
It's Justin. It was Justin. No, it was Raquel, and they end up kind of having some words and getting a good workout in. And then next week, it's about focus. It's about focus. But this was a funny little segment that they had with the guru thing. It just makes me really confused about Raquel because they put her in that thing with Lashley, and they pushed it really hard, like for like 2 weeks. They pushed it really hard, and then they just stopped. I don't know if there was something like she couldn't travel with them, or it was some kind of weird situation where they couldn't continue that, but they didn't. And then randomly tonight, she's a guru now. That's what she was, a guru for Lashley. That's why he got the title match. She's kind of that guru you don't see all the time. You just see, I see what they doing. I see what they trying. Um, I don't see what they're trying. But it was cool to see her back in this fashion. I don't know if she's ever gonna wrestle ever. But she can do some ballet stuff, I suppose. Then a little manager type stuff, I guess. And will the Bromance become three-time tag team champions? I'm kind of curious. Any thoughts on this?
Oh, first of all, we don't know if she can wrestle. We saw literally no wrestling skills in Tough Enough at all. um, I like the first part of this segment where they're on separate sides of the fence, and the one lady walks by and she's like, "You guys know you're standing right next to each other, right?" That was pretty funny. Then when they go to the gym, I was wondering who they were gonna have be the guru, and then I saw Raquel and I was like, no, no, why you gotta do this to me, TNA? Why you gotta do this to me? I hate her so much. uh, but I don't. I'm still upset that they teased that darker, you know, bromance. And we got nothing at all. And this isn't even hinting at anything darker because she's not dark. She has no character right now. Like we don't know anything about her. She seemed darker in that 2 week period when they were pushing her with Lashley than she did in this. Uh, she just kind of seemed a little bit generic in this to me. I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll actually do something cool here and it'll work out. But
So, three-time champs. I want it. I know you don't want it because you hate the bromance, but I want it. I need it. Alrighty. Next we got Il Kim on her feelings and all that, and she mad and stuff. And then cool little video on Al Snow. I like that. I did. Um, and then I liked it because it kind of mixed his former promos, the past promos, with kind of some new video. Any thoughts on that? The Gail Kim thing was it was there.
I mean, Gail Kim and the feels. She got the feels. She got the angry feels and stuff. I don't know nothing about that. I like the Al Snow video thing. I still have no idea what they're doing with him or why they're doing this or where they're going with this. But it's cool to see.
Is he from France?
they're probably going to try to convince us that he's from France. They're probably going to do that.
Alrighty. Next we got Al Snow versus Grado. I did not mean to make that rhyme. It was gonna rhyme anyway, but I didn't. I didn't mean to force that one so bad. But Al Snow versus Grado.
Yeah, you did.
Um, Snow comes out and he hides behind the stage. Then Grado comes out, dancing, fanny pack and whatnot. And Snow goes after him. Snow did cut a promo beforehand talking about he don't need weapons, and it's all about wrestling and all that. Um, and about the old school and and all of that. Al Snow tries to go for a moonsault and he misses it, and then he tries to get the powder. I don't know what it was. I don't know what kind of powder it was. Who used to have that powder? Mr. Fuji. He got it from Mr. Fuji. I'm pretty sure. He had the powder and he was gonna try to throw it in Grado's face, but Grado kicks it in Al Snow's face. And then Shara comes out with the weapons, and Grado used the turkey leg. He used the turkey leg as a weapon. He used the turkey leg as a weapon. He did, like for real. I'm not even joking. He used the turkey leg as a weapon. He was about to use the chain, but some guys with some jackets with French on the front. I don't know why I skipped to this match. I was doing promos anyway. I just thought about that in the middle of this match. I skipped right to this match, but some French dudes come out with French on the little doohickey, and then they distract Grado, and Al Snow wins with the snowplow. And we got a kind of a debut of it was Sylvester the Four and Marcus Louis. Marcus Louis still doesn't have hair, I'm pretty sure. From what I could see, I wasn't sure.
No, I don't think that was Marcus Louis. He had a little bit of hair, so I'm not convinced it was Marcus Louis.
But this was a cool little way to debut them. I'm wondering, is Al Snow gonna be kind of their like manager, like Gregory Helms, whatever we call him. Helms is. And I mean, I'll be honest. I want to see the Helms dynasty versus the 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 Snow.
The French snow, the French Alps, the French Alps, because the snow and it's got snow on the top and no, I.
Anyway, since I decided to just skip to this match, any thoughts on this match?
It wasn't the best match. It kind of seemed chaotic and just random at times, especially the turkey leg. Why? Why would you book that? Come on now. Come on. But I was excited when we got the debut of Sylvester Lefort and Marcus Louis. I wonder if that's going to be their ring names. And I like
it's not.
I like how the announcers like sold it like they had no idea who these guys were. And everyone else in the arena knew who these guys were because they watch NXT. But I'm just excited to see what they do with him. I hope he is kind of their manager because I think they could do some cool stuff. Because I didn't think they were too bad in NXT. NXT didn't really have anything for them to do. It felt like.
I kind of want to see the Helms Dynasty versus the Snow Alps thing, whatever you said.
The French Alps.
Yeah, that. I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see that. I think that would be cool. They probably will do that. I'm not sure though. But next we got Matt Hardy and Rebby Hardy having a little talk. Hold the baby's head up, man, lady. Like, for real though. Rebby wants him to kind of not forget about the fam, and then she holds little Max, so cute, man. Little Maxwell, she holds him up to the face, Matt Hardy, and he starts like he was freaking out. Maxwell was like, I don't like this at all. By the way, speaking
of, that's not my daddy.
He looked weird. What is this? But I don't know if you saw. Speaking of Maxwell, I don't know if you saw that video It was on Instagram was where I saw it. I don't know if you have Instagram, but I saw it and it was freaking so adorable. Maxwell pinning. I don't know who it was he was pinning, but they put Maxwell on top of him and he pinned him, and then it was like the cutest thing ever, ever. Um, any thoughts on Matt Hardy and Rebby?
Was it on Matt Hardy's Instagram? Because I'm gonna have
It's
to.
on Rebby's Instagram.
Oh, Rebbe. Um, it was weird, and I don't know what they're doing with this now. I mean, apparently they're breaking up the Matt Hardy brand, which kind of seems really quick. Like it didn't seem like they were together that long for them to be breaking it up already. But if they do it right, I don't have a problem with it because they are kind of transitioning into this kind of different storyline. It's the same storyline but different in a way. Um, I don't know. It was just kind of. It seemed like a little filler, really.
Alrighty. So next we had a Lashley Galloway kind of like face off. They kind of exchange some words. Galloway doesn't want to wait, so he goes down to the ring. Dixie comes out, whatever music is. She comes out, and then she says that Galloway versus, we're gonna wait on this. We don't need any more pandemonium. It's going crazy. Galloway versus Lashley, winner by knockout or tap out at Slammiversary. So that should be cool since kind of been ended in pandemonium. So you might as well just just let it be. And then Lashley has some words. Calls Galloway some things, and Galloway ain't having that. He ain't having it. Galloway comes in, hits him with the Claymore kick. Security comes in, and Galloway just clears the entire ring because screw security. Um, Clears the entire ring, and then he gets hit with a spear. Then, because this whole feud is kind of one-upsmanship of how many people you can beat up. Um, Lashley clears the ring and then spears Stifler and then chokes out Galloway. So Lashley's kind of the last man standing here in this one. With kind of, when you think about it, last week Galloway was the last man standing. So they're kind of going back and forth and one-upsmanship and whatever. Something Justin probably wouldn't like is kind of like 50-50 booking. But anyway, any thoughts on this? I'm still liking this feud. I think the end's going to be fun. Any thoughts? Knockout or tap out? Which one do you think? Which one do you want, Casey?
Uh, I'm thinking roll up.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's knockout or okay. You can roll him up and then he might hit his head and then
Yeah, that's what I'm
knock.
saying. It's gonna be a hard roll up that you hit his head, and yeah, that I don't know, I don't know where I'm going with that, so I'm gonna stop.
So he just had roll up on. Okay, we're gonna continue. We just gonna continue. We just gonna go ahead and do and continue. We had a Sienna.
Looking for that video. I'm sorry. You distracted me looking for the adorableness. I'm on a mission.
We got Sienna having a job to do tonight. Obviously ending Gail Kim's career for Maria. And then EC3 has a phone call to make. I think it was the main thing. Kind of wondering who he's gonna call. Ghostbusters. Sorry. Kind of wondering who he's gonna call. Anyway, any thoughts on EC3? Sienna, have you found the video?
Oh
I
my
think that's the.
god! Oh my god! And your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Maxwell, against some random dude. I don't even know who that is. What were we talking? We were talking about Sienna and uh, I don't know.
Oh, what do you think about Ali? That's new. You didn't talk about her last week. Ali and the EC3 and who's he gonna call? Ghostbusters.
I I'm curious who he's gonna call. I really hope it's somebody new or somebody that we haven't seen in a while. I hope it's not just somebody like they usually do who's only been out for like 2 weeks and comes back and we're supposed to be excited. I hope it is somebody either brand new or somebody that we haven't seen in a while. Sienna, I still I like her, but I still don't know that I can take her seriously as that kind of monster that they're trying to book her as. She doesn't she doesn't give me that vibe of being like a monster. Like she's good in the ring, but I don't get that kind of dominant, you know, Havoc or Awesome Kong type feel from her. Um, I could see her just as easily being a face, whereas like Awesome Kong and Havoc, I can't really see them being faces. Um, but and Allie, why are they doing this to her? Why are they making her? She is good in the ring. If you watch her indie stuff, and now they making her an assistant, and this is some crap. And she's annoying too. They're making her the annoying assistant, not even just a normal assistant. No, TNA, why you got first you do the Raquel thing to me, and now you're doing this.
Alrighty. So next we have Spud and Tyrus. They're having a talk. Tyrus just we when Tyrus is gonna turn. Because he's just like, I don't care anymore. And during this segment, he was like, Spud, you talking a lot, but I don't really care. And even when Rebby came up, he was like, but Rebby says, do it for the fam, tonight. Do it for the fam, for the Hardy brand. Um, yeah, the Fizam. Any thoughts on doing it for the fam and Spud and Tyrus and Rebby and little back what was there, little back.
For the Fizam. Uh, I hope they kind of turn Tyrus. You know,
Big T.
Sweet Tea. No, not that. That was Tensai. Uh, Big. Uh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was thinking about sweet tea, and now I'm thirsty. I want some sweet tea. No, I hope they do kind of turn him and maybe finally give him a title shot. Because I feel like TNA would actually give him a title shot, unlike WWE would, where she would never get that chance. He had the number one contendership that I don't. Did he try to go for it yet, or does he still have it? I think he.
Yeah, he went for it. Remember, he lost, and we were like,
Yeah. But I hope they kind of turn him and maybe give him a single run, because I think he could do a single run. I don't think he needs to be a hired gun for anybody. I think he could do his own thing now. He's been in TNA long enough that he has he has the fans know him enough now, that I think he could do something. I don't know what they're going to do with Rockstar Spud unless they build up the X Division again, which we'll get to the Ultimate X match that kind of upset me tonight. But um, yeah, I hope they do something good with him and not just kind of, oh, we're keeping the Hardy brand and he's just going to be their bodyguard, because he's been the bodyguard the whole time he's been in TNA, and he can do so much more. He can dance.
he can fun.
He can fun. He like to dance. He like to fun.
All right, let's jump into the matches. We got EC3 versus Matt Hardy. I think you gave your uh, thoughts on this match. I thought it was pretty interesting. I think it worked both ways with Bennett costing EC3 because it extends that and pushes it on and kind of making that match kind of have to wait to Slammiversary. And with Matt Hardy, it doesn't make him look weak going into his soon to be match with Jeff Hardy. So it helped them both. in different ways. Any more thoughts on that, or should I move on to Al Snow versus the Grado
You
that I
should
already did?
you should you should move on to Grado versus Al Snow. I wonder where Odarg was tonight.
Uh, I think I saw him in the crowd at one point. I wasn't sure though,
Okay,
but
yeah,
but
my boy Odarg.
but since we already did Al Snow versus Grado, let's get to the Ultimate X match. And since you hated it, let's give it to you.
All right. Well, we had the Helms Dynasty, which threw me off a little bit too, because I was like, okay, are they gonna go against each other? Are they gonna be a team? Are they gonna, I don't know. Um, versus Eddie Edwards and Zemayon. Um, the match itself was good. I liked it. I just, for me, I feel like Ultimate X matches should be at least 6 man. They unfortunately, I don't think they have anyone else really in the X division right now that they could have thrown in there. I mean, they probably could, especially considering the fact that in the originally the X division wasn't weight limits, it was no limits. So you could put anybody in there. They just kind of don't anymore, which is weird. They always put like the cruiserweight guys now in there. You don't see the big guys in there anymore like you used to, like Samoa Joe.
All right, all right. I see what you're doing here, and he's trying to tell us Ryback's gonna come in. He's gonna be X Division champion. I saw it. I heard it right there. You. Thank you.
Yes, Ryborg is gonna come in, and he's gonna be your next X Division champion. Um, but no, it was a good match. Helms at the end ends up distracting the referee. Eddie Edwards gets the title off of the Ultimate X, but he did it again. They did it again. They stole the title. And the Helms Dynasty still has the X Division title. I wanted Andrew Everett to win it, actually. I kind of wanted them to switch it up a little bit. Just to, because then, the Helms Dynasty would still technically have the title, but we would see a different tag team or X Division champion. And I think that would kind of make a, interesting dynamic in the Helms Dynasty. Like, you could see them kind of fighting a little bit, but Helms kind of, reminding them that it's a team effort and everything like that. But I just kind of wanted to see a new champion. It feels like the last couple of times we haven't had a new champion, and it's like, okay, like, come on, I want to see somebody new. Even though, like we said, they don't have a bunch of guys in the X division right now, which they need to build up. Hopefully, they will with all the new signings that they've had and are going to have. But yeah, it wasn't a horrible match. I just didn't like the ending, and I didn't like that it was just 4 guys. It felt like it didn't feel as exciting as the old Ultimate X matches where you would have like 6 or 8 whatever guys. So there was guys coming from all different directions, and but it was a good match.
All right. I agree. I definitely thought it was really good, but I kind of got the feel that you got 2 weeks ago when you were talking about the King of the Mountain match and how, like, as fun as it is to have it go kind of quickly, um, it just felt like there wasn't enough drama at the title, which is kind of the fun part of Ultimate X and ladder matches and this and that and these kind of matches like this. So I was just kind of upset about that part, but I thought the match, like the moves in the match, were really good. They started off with suicide dives. Freaking any like I want to see more pull down moves from the from the cables because those are awesome. Like every pull down move I saw in this match, I was in love with. The pull down little catching German suplex that Trevor Lee did. Um, the pull down of inverted atomic drop was nice. The pull down jumping knee was incredible. I like the roll through DDT by DJZ too. The big boot from the cables was really cool by Eddie Edwards. But yeah, I kind of, I like that they had Eddie Edwards win the title and then, or grab the title and then Lee steals it while the refs, back his turn, kind of showing that they do have that numbers game. They do have that extra figure in Gregory Helms. I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do with this because there's been like a storyline with the Helms dynasty and Eddie Edwards more so, and kind of even DJZ thrown in here at the last minute, but there hasn't really been anything involving the title. Even this match was still revolving around the whole tag team thing that we already have going on now. So I'm kind of wondering what's going to go down with that. And we haven't seen the Decay in 2 weeks. Speaking of tag teams, so we need to see them. We haven't seen them since they won the title. So they been celebrating too hard? I need to know, TNA. I need to. But let's jump into Sienna versus Gail Kim for her career. So for some reason, I don't know what it was. My DVR was being really weird tonight. So I was really confused because my DVR showed that, and I don't think this was how it was, but it showed that it was at 11 o'clock that this match was happening. I don't know why, but it did, and I was really confused. But Sienna versus Gail Kim, I was like, this is the main event. How? I was like, wait, what? But this match was because it was weird. It wasn't even 11 o'clock. It was like 10:56. It said, like according to the DVR, and I was like, wait, what? but but I forgot about the ladder match anyway, and I was like, wait, what? But Gail Kim ends up reversing the, I don't know what you call that finisher that Sienna does, the this dominator or something. I don't know what you call it, but the guillotine, that's what it's called. She reverses that and then hits her with like a nice little like kind of a sunset flip style a pin to end up winning. This match was pretty. It was pretty good. I kind of want to see more of Sienna though. I still feel like her hands are kind of tied right now. I don't know if it's the kind of like because she's with Maria because she's a heel or something, but it just feels like they're holding her hand too much, and I don't think they really need to. But then Maria attacks Gail Kim after Sienna kind of helps her out a little bit with the distraction and gets involved. Um, any thoughts on this match?
Um, no, it was an okay match. I just, like I said, I think they're gonna probably build it up and have either Dixie or somebody kind of re-sign her or bring her back for Slammiversary.
Well, she didn't technically lose though.
I thought she did.
No, she didn't. She won.
Oh, uh, I don't know. I thought. Are you sure? I thought she did lose. Maybe I was confused, but I don't know. I want to see more of Sienna, not as the like we said, not as Maria's kind of bodyguard, because I think she could. She from this match she looks pretty good. It wasn't a bad match. It was like you said, it just feels like her hands are tied. Like she's they're holding her hand too much. Um, and I think she could do really good. And putting anybody in a match with Gail Kim, you don't need to hold their hand because even if they aren't doing very well, Gail Kim's gonna make the match awesome. So I just kind of want to see more of her. I want to see Maria actually wrestle more, but doesn't seem like we're gonna see that. But
Alrighty, so let's get into the main event: Rockstar Spud and Tyrus versus Jeff Hardy in a in a ladder match. Jeff Hardy was kind of in control early on, and then kind of heated up, I guess, when Tyrus tried to climb the ladder and and broke the rungs on the ladder. We need to remember this. We need to note this down that Tyrus can't like Tyrus can't climb a ladder, or Unless it was just like that. It just happened to be that one rung that was just like crappy or something. I don't know, but it was rusted. That's what it was. They've been using these ladders for too long. It's rusted. I get it. Um, but then the crowd chants, "You're too fat." I think Justin was in this crowd. Um, they chant, "You're too fat" at Tyrus, and then Twist of Fate from on the kind of on the top of the ladder, actually on the ladder by Jeff Hardy, and then he ends up grabbing the contract. Him and Matt have a kind of little stare down there at the end. Um, I'm kind of now wondering what they're gonna do with Spud and Tyrus. Because I feel like Spud as this heel character, I think that should stay. I think that should stay because I think it's allowed him to open up a little more and kind of like his promo skills are ridiculous when given a chance to cut a good promo, given a chance to cut a promo in general. He can be really good at it. And with Tyrus, I don't know. I like Tyrus. I like Tyrus, but I'm wondering what they're gonna do with him because with a guy that big, it is hard to do a lot of things in the ring with him, just because the fans get bored of it. So I don't know what the like the fans are just not into that anymore. So I'm wondering what the plan is going to be with him. And please don't make him an enforcer again. I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. Let the man wrestle a little bit. I do like him in the ring. I just feel like the fans will probably get bored of it just because that's just how wrestling is today. The fans for the most part want to see suicide dives, not Tyrus. You know,
I think he could do a suicide dive. I think he could do it. We just haven't given him a chance.
that's what it is. We haven't given him a chance. I want to see him open up a little more too, because I like the kind of don't not care attitude. Don't not care was not what I was trying to say, but the not care the not care attitude, I like it from Tyrus. I think it's a good look for him. So I hope they continue this or continue something with Tyrus and Spud. Maybe not together, but something. Make them a tag team. Do it. No. Tud. Spyrus. Let's do it. But Casey, any thoughts on Spyrus or the match? More so Spyrus.
Uh,
Tud.
I'm going to talk more so about the match. Uh, the second Tyrus went to go climb that ladder and that rung broke, I was like, please, DJ, do not invite Justin on the podcast. He is going to, I was just waiting for he's fat, he's fat.
Now I gotta watch his review for that.
That was ridiculous, though. Like, come on now. You need to get better ladders. That ladder should have held that man. I know he's big, but come on now. Come on. And then the twist of fate onto the top of the ladder. Ow. Oh, man. Props to Spud for taking that. That had to hurt. But I mean, it was a good match, but I feel like we knew the outcome anyway. It was one of those matches that you knew Jeff Hardy was gonna find a way to win because we knew we were gonna get Matt and Jeff again. But at least it gave Spud and Tyrus a match. It gave them something to do rather than just coming out, cutting a promo, or being in a backstage segment and then not doing anything because it feels like they've been doing that a lot. So at least they got a match this week, and it wasn't the main event. So that's cool.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just curious to see what they're gonna do with those guys. Now that they're kind of on their own. I do want Spud to go back for the X Division Championship too. I'm trying to think of some storylines they could do with that because I'm just looking for some storylines now to kind of with these titles because there's some in places like there's storylines around the titles but not necessarily directly with the titles. With the knockouts, like the main storyline is the Gail Kim thing, and yeah, it kind of goes with the whole title thing, but it's not directly influenced by the title. Same thing with the X Division. That's
See,
the one.
it's TNA and WWE taking us too seriously again. When we said we don't need storylines directly about the title, we just need good story. They listen too well. They
That's what it is, man. They they're just too good at listeners, man. But if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, or you can smash it. Depends on what you want to do. You know, uh, hit the subscribe button for us. Give us a like. Give us a share. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Is right there. And next week, I think, is when it is supposed to be. She changed it on me again. We're supposed to be doing a video, a TNA review with Short on Friends, Sharia, however you know her, on YouTube. So that'll be fun.
I don't think she actually exists.
I'm pretty sure you still yet to see her, right?
No, I've seen her channel.
Okay. She probably doesn't exist, but we will be over there. We'll still have a TNA review here, but she wanted to do one too, so we'll do that. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.